Welcome to Settled on the Field. This episode, we will introduce our nonprofit, Vets2Refs. The idea behind Vets2Refs is to help the veteran and first responder communities to become licensed sports officials. Vets2Refs will help by covering your license fees and help you acquire the needed equipment for the sport or sports they would like to officiate.
Yeah, thank you, Liz. We are a 501c3 nonprofit that's here to help you start your officiating journey. Vets to Refs is here not only to help veterans and first responders to become licensed sports officials, but also to help you get involved with your community, provide camaraderie, and also some purpose.
We're also interested in helping you reach as far as you'd like as an official. We hope to help you start the process, acquire the necessary equipment, and eventually help you reach the highest levels you can dream of.
So, Jeb, as an officially licensed official, how would you say it compares to being on a team?
It's really fun. I mean, you have your partner out on the field is definitely your teammate. If you're on a football crew, you have five, maybe six other guys with you out there. But they're friends for life. You see these guys at the grocery store, at a restaurant, at other sporting events, and immediately you go right up to them. You never just ignore them. That's a guy you go over and you shake their hand. It's a great community. Everybody supports each other. It's it's definitely a team.
So then you'd say you've made some good connections, I'd say.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I know guys that own, major companies to principals, to teachers, to um, veterans that have, over the years just been officiating. Some of these guys have been doing it for 40, 50 years. All great people. And so, yes, definitely a lot of connections and networking. Um, Always can ask those guys for help. They're right there anytime. You go to a official's funeral and it's like there's 500 guys immediately there every single time. It's just a wonderful community. So Bill, how was transitioning out of the Navy after 20 years? What did you miss?
Yeah, so I recently transitioned out of the Navy. It was in 2020. 20 years goes by, you miss a lot of family interactions, birthday parties, your buddies having parties, etc. But I miss the interactions and the people. You always end up either swapping places where you're serving. You say it was all about the people. You miss that team feel, you miss the camaraderie. You're going to change your location, and the one thing you keep remembering about it is we worked together to accomplish the mission, and it's a tight knit group. So it's great to hear you say that it's a tight knit community in the officials community as well.
What do you think with Vets to Refs? How do you think that involvement in sports can help the veterans and first responders? Um, what kind of positives can they get from doing this?
Yeah, so thanks for mentioning first responders. We're looking for first responders and veterans. I think it's great to get you interacting in a healthy social setting. After COVID, it's like a lot of people aren't interacting even with their neighbors up and down the street, but you can get out there in a sports environment um, and just be amongst the community, learn your community, meet some people. Uh, for me, I coached football back in 2020. It was a great time to be around the team, the players, and the coaches. It just felt like, something you were proud to be involved in. And for me, sports was basically my whole life for the first 22 years. I was playing basketball, little league baseball, football for a long time. And then I went into the Navy and dedicated those next 20 years to serve in the Navy. And now we're just trying to give back to both of those communities to help support our warriors and the kids, make sure they've got officials so they can play those games.
And your support of Vets2Refs will not only help veterans or first responders, but it will also go towards helping alleviate the shortage of youth and high school officials across the country. I know my son had a few games canceled due to the lack of availability of a ref or scheduling issues. they were tasked to be elsewhere. Sometimes they'll have to cancel a JV game so they can have the varsity game. Sometimes they have to cancel a little league game so they can have the freshman game. And there's nothing worse than having your hopes dashed and your game canceled because there isn't enough refs or officials.
Yeah.
We need more officials. We're asking for your help. Please visit us today at vets2refs.com and consider a donation. For our veterans and first responders, for our kids, our future, thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.